But back to planting day. Garden Kitty wants to hang out on the greenhouse. I had some peppers under that I had donated. I had pulled out some Anaheim peppers that were in this bed that I just didn't care for. And there's so many varieties of peppers. I wanted to try new peppers. So here we go. I got the plants out, and actually I have already put in some of the tomatoes. So what I do is I come along and put the plants where they're going. And, ooh, where's my tomatillos that go in the back? I need to grab those. Let's go back there. But those are purple tomatillos over there. Oh, look at this lettuce that's gone to seed. That's weird. It's a Merlot lettuce, but it has a yellow flower. I will leave those just for the pollinators and because it's kind of cute. But as you see, I'm going around laying the tomatoes. Those are ground cherries where they go. As I have a stalker. Peppers are going to go in these. There are some peppers in these. These is the ones I was talking about. I overwintered them. I really did like the red Carmen Italiana. This is the banana pepper. But I got the essentials ready. The fertilizer. It's an extra bucket I keep by me. Maybe I'll go in and get my camera strap and show you what I'm doing. This is what I sit on. It's a 5-gallon bucket. I got the tool thing from Harbor Freight, and I add my tools around to it. These are ones I've already planted. You see my leftover debris. And where did it go? There's a tomato here. There's a tomato here that's planted. These are the potatoes, and I was like, oh, I have extra space. I'll add these tomatoes to the back. Then I saw a Facebook post saying, never plant potatoes and tomatoes together. Not gonna dig them out. But I'll go ahead and get my chest-mounted camera, and I'll show you a couple things that I planted. But I'm gonna show you these chocolate cherry tomatoes. Now, these tomatoes have been here over a year and have overwintered, and they are bouncing back. And it's great because then I have fresh tomatoes right now as the baby tomatoes that I planted down here grow. And I did notice that I've only been planting cherry tomatoes. So I am trying to plant more 6-ounce to 8-ounce tomatoes. That's what it recommends for my area. Nothing big, no beefsteaks, nothing like that. It'll get too hot before anything can grow. But I am trying to research the perfect, tomato. I did plant some aromas, but let's get to planting. This is just the way I do things. I don't have any YouTube channels that I followed that did this. But I first take the hose and I kind of just pre-wet the ground. Probably need to turn up my watering for more minutes. As we slowly get hotter, I'm up to watering every other day. But kind of just pre-wet the area that I'm going to plant in, so it's just kind of easier to dig up. Do this for this row. My one little marigold right there. I never was a big yellow flower person, but the marigold is quite pretty. And actually kind of liking the calendula I planted. I'm coming over to the yellow flower. These back here, I think a black creme. And I did Paul Robeson and black creme, some Brad's Atomic Grape. Something that I'm all about trying new varieties. I am keeping like the Sun Gold and the Sugar Sun. Those I like. The red cherry tomato, it's okay. See over here, these are the Sun Gold that I really, really like. The yellow pear is pretty good. I have a Napa over there, and I really like the Napa. I had a really hard time in the fall getting them to grow, and actually I had a hard time with my seedlings this year too, and that's all right. It's a me thing. It's a learning thing. I do have one great, nice, big, huge, and I think this was what this one here in the cilantro. Is it cilantro? It's cilantro. Cilantro? Cilantro. All right. Enough with the watering. Now I do plant in these buckets. It has have holes in the bottom. I am gonna get some extra dirt in here. You never quite know if I'm gonna need more dirt or not when I plant, or when I take dirt out. Depends on how compact that bed is. So I just like to have some extra by me. I do add some fertilizer in the hole, just because. And this is the only fertilizer I had. I had planted a rose bush. I only have one rose bush, so it's just gonna get some. It says rose and flower food. So, all right, see if we can do this. Paul Robeson got a little tall. My goal is to kind of lay it this way and get the stalk down in there. Can't really tell on camera, but there's some hairs and these nodules, and roots will come out of there. And this cattle panel cut to the size is because to keep my cats out of pooping there. Now it's a pain to plant because I can't pull it off because the peas and the calendula hair. You just have to work around it. But I love my fur babies, so we do what we do. Move this mulch. It's because of you, huh, Louie? That's her real name. It's not Garden Kitty number 1. It's Louie. Moving that around. This right here was a basil plant that I pulled out. And he's just kind of in the way. Usually I leave whatever root's in there, but since it's in the path, I take it over here to the bucket, just shake all the dirt off. All right. Okay. All right. Keep the tag there. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Flip it over. I mean, it's root bound, but not, I've seen worse. So I'm just gonna kind of break up the roots a little bit. Squeeze it. Now, I'm gonna take it, adjust the camera, and lay it sideways. And I don't want to push it down too hard into that hole. So just a little bit. Then hopefully the sun will want it to bring it up. So I'm going to take the dirt that I just pulled out and push it underneath. Kind of lightly pushing it down so there's no air pockets. So this one really did need the dirt that I had brought over. All right, little guy. Yes, I talk to my plants a lot. And pull the mulch back over. Put his tag in. Grow up straight and tall. Okay. I have only like 100 more to do. I just realized what I forgot. I forgot to add some extra fertilizer. So I'm just gonna pull off the mulch. Dig down just a little bit. Grab a little bit of the fertilizer. And now I got too much in my hand. And I'll put it somewhere else. Cover it back up. Alright. Cover it back up. And then what I do actually after I get them all planted is, let me see if I can grab the hose here. Take the hose and just give it a slight watering. There we go. Took a pause in planting. And I did get all the tomatoes in today. Then I had to go do my job. This is a good job, riding horses. And I had stuck the peppers where they're supposed to go. And I did spray them with some neem oil that I got from Rusted Gardener and mixed it. And, well, I made a video on that. And that was complicated and hard. I don't know why it was harder than it should be, but it was. But I did test the spray for 48 hours and nothing happened to the pepper plant. So I went through and sprayed all the peppers because they did have aphids on them. And now I got them all where they're supposed to go, and it's windy. And I'm concerned for my babies. Do I pull them in? Do I leave them out? It's like sending them away to college. I don't know. But this will be their first night outside. I do have all of these still for friends. I don't know if friends want all that many. They're not for poos. Yeah. Do you like... No, you don't like tomatoes. Do you like peppers? Yeah, Garden Kitty don't like peppers either. But, I don't know. I think I checked the weather. It's supposed to not be that cold, but it's windy. It's windy. Alright. Thank you for learning growing with the woodpile. where I don't know if I'm making good decisions.